Hello everybody, I hope I find you all well. Location bedroom, another lockdown video. Now, car insurance. Got the quote. The good boys, the brokers, basically got my quote together ready for me for another 12 months. And hats off to them, they actually sent it in plenty of time, giving me roughly a 2-week breathing space to have a look at it. And when I got off the floor after nearly fainting, seeing the price, it had tripled from what it was last year for the same car. Exactly same circumstances, nothing changed. It hadn't just gone through the roof, it had actually latched onto the International Space Station, basically. It had gone that high. So I got on the phone. I basically, why has it gone up so much? It's as if I'm driving a Lamborghini Gallardo. What's going on here? After a bit of haggling, I got it down by about 50 quid, but it felt like it was a losing battle. They say they go through a list of insurance companies and provide you with the best. They even provided me with the quote, a list, basically, and there was at least 10 or so they'd gone through. Don't show the all individual prices, but it did show different companies. And they said, we've picked the best for you. I basically says, well, look, I've got a good 2 weeks before it runs out. Can I have a think about it? And they said, yes, of course you can. We'll look forward to hearing from you. No. A lot of you guys will realise that you get car insurance and you just pay it monthly, pay it full, do whatever. Documents are tucked away, and it's not until you ever need it that you just don't think about it much. And sometimes that can lapse into renewal quotes. You sometimes think, oh, that'll do, I'll pay it, it's done. It's only after you think, have they ripped me off? Could I have got better? And yeah, some of you guys out there will be looking thinking, but we do this all the time. But not everyone really thinks to do it. I'll hold my hands up. Not me. So, what I did, got a cuppa, got on the sofa, on my phone, these compare the market ones, put all my details in and all that, and everything popped up, and they shot through loads of quotes of some that were hysterically high as well, some actually was hysterically low. Be aware the ones that are sometimes like click low, the ones that suck you in, you think, I'm having that, look at that price. No, hang on, because some of them don't cover a lot of things that you'd like covering, and some general stuff. And sometimes some of them are from companies that you've never heard of, and when the worst comes to the worst, they will just drop you like a hot coal. So go for the mediocre one, but you know, check things out first. Ask friends, neighbours, family, have you used this one before? Anyway, to cut a long story short, I basically found one which came back on the phone to me from a company. They advertise on telly, but I won't mention names, and they'd more than halved the old quote. They basically slashed it for all the same things. So the following day, got on the phone to them, checked it was all correct what it was, and everything was fine and dandy. We went through it on the phone. I paid for it on the card in full because it's such a cheap saving, and I've got my documents through just today when I've come home. My cover, everything. My old one will be running out midnight 30th of April stroke into 1st of May. This one takes straight over, so basically I'm not left without cover. And yeah, they've done me proud. Maybe in 12 months they'll rip me off, but here's the tip. Here is the deal. I've learnt, never stay loyal to insurance companies, whether it be car, bike, house, life or whatever. Shop around, because gone are the days when you're limited to a few. Now there is so many out there. Careful of the ones that could rip you off, not by it being a high amount, but by not actually being for you there properly when you need them. But I've discovered a few things that we've had to sort of do in these pressing times with COVID-19, and it's forced me hand, but it's been slightly, I'd say, to my benefit, because I've got the premium I want for a lower price, and I'm covered for 12 months again. And the saving, well, I'm thinking now, if they're good next year, will they be good enough to show me a Fiesta ST? Got to think about things like that, you see. So anyway, yeah, that's the insurance side sorted, but I really will stress to you, it's a doddle now on the phone or on your computer. Click your details in, look at all what comes flooding back, and you will be pleasantly surprised nowadays, because at the end of the day, they want your business. They don't want to lose customers, and they always want to create new ones. Everyone in these call centres, it even says now, if you take a policy out with the person dealing with you, they get a bonus. They're striving to get their bonuses and get your custom. After 12 months, if it's a ridiculous quote, bin them. Go for another one. And even if you get a good price, contact the one that's trying to rip you off and say, can you match it? Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will buckle and they don't want to lose you, so for that extra 12 months they will match it. Bounce them off each other. There's that many to do it. And my house insurance will be coming up in January next year, and the broker that got me that were the same broker that got my ridiculous quote. So I tell you what, they won't be doing my house insurance when it comes round. I will be searching that one out. Maybe the same company that's done the car one might do my house, or I might just go for a different one. But I will not ever just amble along thinking that'll do, because there's no point. Why let them rip you off like mad? They're coining the money in all the time. Billions and billions of pounds are floating around insurance companies. And what do they really have to pay at the end? There's not as many people have accidents as there is as many people take policies out. So, do you think who the winner is? It's them guys. So yeah, shop around and never stay loyal. That's a little tip with insurance that I've found out. So like I say, car insurance, don't just steamroll into it. Been there, done it. I've had loads of cars, I've had good premiums and quotes come back, I've had stupid ones, but this one just opened my eyes and said, well, hang on a minute, you can do better, and I did. Now, another little subject, and it's what I've been noticing. We all know everything's going on with this COVID-19, and we see them do these little like meetings things on the telly, and they stream it onto YouTube, and they give you all the data, and it's a progress thing, day by day things that are going on, and they put these slides up sometimes. They do one about transport and how it's dropped. Well, I actually have to go to work still. I can't work from home, and we are still basically running at our factory. They say we're adding to the economy still, fair enough. But yeah, I'm still travelling to and from work, basically, to put it in a nutshell. At first, I did see a massive drop in traffic. I could see what them slides, basically, and the graphs were showing, that the traffic had sort of dropped. Yeah, it had. Good stuff. But I must admit, and I actually noticed it on Friday, that's just gone. We're on, what we're on today? We're on Monday night. On the Friday, I thought, traffic's crept up a bit. It just seems that little bit more. And you're starting to hear on radio that there's a bit of a jam at so-and-so, and you're thinking, how? When traffic's supposed to be very low. But you know, today I've seen the same sort of carry on. It's as if some people are itching, they're thinking, no, I'm going to go out. My car's being left stood for X amount of weeks. I'm going to go out. I'll make it an essential journey, but I've got to get car run or whatever. Fair play to you. But it's as if they're all doing it together. And there is some companies now that actually have gone back to work. Because I'm connected in the textiles, we've been one of the only main textile ones running. We're a fairly big, well-established textile company, but we rely on a lot of smaller outlets and things, not just for deliveries, but for finishing and things like that. And all the time when this has been going on, we've been hearing now other things have been closing, or they've been furloughed and things like that, and we've still been ticking on. We've got the work, great, but we've been going on and on, but the things on the roads have been less. And now we're hearing that some are thinking, no, we're going to start back up again now, and some are, and you're seeing that odd little bit of more traffic on the roads. Mentioning traffic as well, we've also been seeing on the news things like a lot of people have been thinking, well, police are tied up doing other things and all that, and the roads are quiet, and I'm in a high-powered car, and I'm going to cane it, and it's become like God's racetrack sort of thing, and a lot. And I've seen them on Facebook, I've seen some on the news. There's been some cop for doing 100 and odd mile an hour and speeding down here and doing that. There's been some ridiculous accidents. No, if you think the police are going to turn a blind eye to stuff like that just because of what's going on with this pandemic, you're so wrong. My journey to work, there's an area where I'm not far off work and I have to drop down an hill, and 9 times out of 10 it's where a police van will park, the mobile speed camera thing. Everybody always slows down, right down, just in case it's there. Most mornings it's not. But you know what, it has been there more, and I don't believe just to catch speeders. I think they're actually helping with the monitoring of the traffic flow, basically to see what's going on. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention traffic there as well, since we were on car insurance and all that. Why not? I'm monitoring it myself as I'm driving up and down in it. So yeah, basically to wrap it all up, put it in a nutshell for tonight's lockdown video, just before I go to bed. My car insurance is being sorted. I'm alright, I'm good to go for another 12 months. Watch this space, because I may be having to phone them up to amend the policy, because I might change my car. Fiesta ST. Maybe I'm saying that, but I've said things before and they haven't always happened, or something's changed. But yeah, that were me in my bedroom. That's another lockdown edition. That were car insurance, with a little bit of traffic added in. It's not a traffic report, but there you go. And I will catch you next time, guys. I think it better be bed, because I've rest of the week ahead and I'm busy at work. So be safe, be good, subscribe, comment like mad, watch his videos, and I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers, guys.